All right, let's talk about one of the biggest challenges we all face today, mastering our own attention. We're going to break down the core ideas from Chris Bailey's book, Hyperfocus, and give you a real, practical system for taking back control in a world that's designed to distract you.
But first, let's just do a quick, honest check-in with ourselves. Right now, in this very second, are you 100% focused on this? Or is part of your mind already wandering off to your to-do lists or that email you need to send, or maybe even what you're going to have for dinner? That little mental drift, that's exactly the battle we're here to talk about.
You know, in our crazy, hyper-connected world, it's really easy to think that time or money are our most limited resources. But the real currency of a productive and meaningful life, the one asset we guard the least, is our attention.
I love how the author Peter Bregman puts it. Just think about that for a second. What you pay attention to literally becomes your reality. For any professional out there, where you choose to direct your focus and your team's focus is what directly determines what you achieve. It is the absolute foundation of success. The big problem, though, is that most of us are running on autopilot. We react to whatever is loudest, the latest notification, the newest email, instead of what's actually most important. This constant digital multitasking, it just drains our energy and leaves us feeling busy but not actually accomplishing anything that matters.
So to switch off that autopilot and really take back the controls, we need to understand a little bit about the science of how our brain's focus system actually works. And this is where it gets really fascinating.
Okay, so the core concept from the book is something called your attentional space. The easiest way to picture it is like your brain's temporary whiteboard or its short-term memory. It's the mental capacity you have available at any given moment. And the most important thing to know about it, it is incredibly limited.
Now, in a perfect world, a single important task could just sit there comfortably in that space, with plenty of room to think and work. But let's be honest, how often does our brain actually look this calm and organized?
Because what we usually do is try to cram everything in there at once, right? We're working on that complex report, but we're also checking social media, worrying about a meeting, and half listening to a podcast. And suddenly, boom, the whole system overflows. That feeling is stress. That is overwhelm. And that's why you can feel so exhausted at the end of the day without feeling like you've made any real progress.
So clearly, that's not working. We need a better strategy. And the most powerful one is a state of deep, productive work called hyperfocus. Honestly, this is the secret weapon for any professional who needs to produce high-quality work.
The goal here is to shift from that state on the left, where a bunch of different things are competing for little bits of your attention, to the state on the right. This is where you deliberately allow one single important task to expand and fill your entire attentional space. This is where deep work happens. This is where you get things done.
And the best part is, you can actually train yourself to enter this state. It's a simple 4-step habit. First, choose one, and only one, important thing to focus on. Second, be ruthless about eliminating distractions. Put the phone in another room, close the email tab. Third, just focus on that one thing. And fourth, this is key. When your mind wanders, because it will, just gently guide it back to your task.
But here's the twist. Grinding away in that intense focus mode all day, every day, that is not the answer. To be truly effective, and especially to be creative, you have to master its equally important counterpart.
Let's compare these two modes. Hyperfocus is for execution. It's for getting things done, writing the report, building the presentation. Scatterfocus is the total opposite. It's what happens when you intentionally let your mind just roam. This is where you recharge, connect different ideas, and solve those tricky problems in the background. And activating this creative mode isn't about being lazy. It's about intentional disconnection. The trick is to do simple things that don't demand your full attention. Go for that walk, but leave the phone at home. The goal is to let yourself get just a little bit bored. Seriously, boredom is a feature, not a bug.
This is absolutely not wasted time. This is when your brain makes all those brilliant, novel connections. It's the reason your best ideas pop into your head in the shower. You're giving your subconscious the space it needs to work on the problems your focused mind was getting stuck on.
Okay, so now let's get really practical. Let's build all this into a system you can start using today to manage your attention and really boost your productivity.
First things first, you have to be the master of your environment. Every single notification you allow is designed to steal your focus, so turn them off. Simplify your phone. Get it off the table. A clean desk, both digital and physical, at the end of the day sets you up for a winning, focused start tomorrow.
Next, and this is a huge one, you have to direct your focus. Before you dive into the chaos of email, take just 2 minutes. Ask yourself, what are the 3 most important things I need to get done today? Write them down. These become the main targets for your hyperfocus sessions. This simple habit is what separates being busy from being truly productive. This quote really just says it all. If you don't decide ahead of time what's important, the world is more than happy to decide for you, pulling you in a million different directions. Your intentions are your anchor in that storm.
So, when it comes right down to it, managing your attention is not a gift you're born with. It's a skill you have to practice. By deliberately learning to switch between deep hyperfocus and rejuvenating scatterfocus, you're not just getting more done, you're actually crafting a more intentional, more creative, and more meaningful life. So, the only question left is, what will you choose to pay attention to?